Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another videos. Arsenal are out of the FA Cup after losing Liverpool at Emirates. This is a huge for Arsenal because when you look at the last 7 games in all competition for Arsenal, they only won 1 games, right, and 1 draw, and the rest of them they lost. They lost. They've lost against West Ham. They've lost against Fulham. They now lost against, it's like Liverpool. So this is a huge pressure for Arsenal. They were top of the league, start of the Christmas. At the end of the Christmas, they were fourth on the Premier League. They are out of the Carabao Cups. They are out of the FA Cups. They have only managed to score 1 goal for the last 2-3 games. So this is the huge program for Mikel Arteta and the rest of the players. Arsenal needs investment. Arsenal needs to sign in strikers. If you are trying to win, the title, if you are trying to win like Premier League or something, you aren't good enough. Okay, because you are trying to compete against Liverpool, who has been there for a title challenge for about 6 or 7 years, especially under Jurgen Klopp, and against Pep Guardiola, who won the last 3 times in the 4 years in the Premier League. So this is not good enough for Arsenal, right? When you look at Arsenal teams, there are a lot of they might win against like a mid-tier clubs or like some low-tier clubs, but when you are competing against top like a 1 to 6 7, you are struggling, right? They might play well, when you summarize the match against Liverpool, but they cannot they cannot finish it, right? They have lots of chances and they couldn't finish it. That's why most of the people and the Arsenal fans are demanding for the striker, because they need one, right? They need world-class striker because they don't have. Gabriel Jesus cannot score. He might be playing well at the moment when he's trying to like play link up or something. He can dribble, yes, but he cannot score. And so same as like Eden Nikidia. And now today against Liverpool, they tried to put Kai Havertz as a number 9, and same as like Gabriel Jesus did. They couldn't score. They can play link up. They can play deep drop. They play like except on scoring. They can provide something else. But right now, what Arsenal are missing is the strikers, deadly striker, right? They need to sign one. The problem is they are not probably going to sign a world-class striker in January transfer window. If you are not going to sign, if you are not sign, if you don't sign striker in January transfer window, I don't think Arsenal can compete, for the title against Liverpool and against like Manchester City. Now they are only 1 point ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur who have missed like Christian Romero, Mickey Van de Ven, James Madison for the like very important games. Now they are only 1 point ahead of them. They are out of the FA Cup. They are out of the Carabao Cups. They are now fourth in the leagues. So this is a huge problem for Mikel Arteta. This is the and they need a fullbacks. When you look at their fullbacks, Van White is not a fullbacks, but he did well last season, but now he has been struggling. Right, Tomiyasu can play better than Van White on the right hand side. That's a fact. You can see the match when Tomiyasu played on the right hand side. So Van White is not a right back, neither as a left back, right? So they need to sign a right back, right? They need to sign attacking right back. Okay, if you don't want to sign because you have Tomiyasu, then you got a problem on the left side. When you look at the left in Arsenal, you got Zinchenko. He's not a defender, right? He's not a defender. He cannot defend. He can play better, yes. But when you're trying to stop against deadly wingers, you are not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. So if you are trying to compete for the title, this is not good enough. So you need to sign like a two fullbacks, and then you need number 8, someone who can play next to Declan Rice. Even though you got Kai Havertz, Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard partnership doesn't work. because when you put Kai Havertz, he's sort of the creator, but it's not that creator, like not like Martin Odegaard. So what you do is you put Martin Odegaard a little bit deeper. So what you got? You got lack of creativity. So when you put Martin Odegaard up front, and then Kai Havertz cannot play as an 8. So what you become is you can put two number 8 roles, but they can't play together. That is a big problem. So Jorginho is not good enough as well for Arsenal to play alongside Declan Rice. So you need number 8 players, you need a deadly striker who is world class, and you need two fullbacks. So that is what Arsenal need. And yes, they will not sign those players in January transfer window, which means if they cannot, right, if they cannot sign those positions, they are not trying to win. They cannot compete against Manchester City or Liverpool for the titles, because this is a huge. When you look at Liverpool, they have all the great players. All they are missing is the one defensive midfielder, and now Endo is a quality for them, which means Liverpool is ready to win the leagues. That's why they are now top of the leagues. That's why now they beat Arsenal at Emirates. And Manchester City, who has been struggling, who has been struggling like when you look at that, it's like 6 or 7 games ago, they've missed, Kevin De Bruyne since the start of the seasons, and they've missed John Stone for a long times, but now they are still for the title competing. Now they are still competing for the title this season. When they've lost in like when Manchester City lost Rodri for the like 3 or 4 games because of the red cards against Nottingham Forest, they lost the games. And now they have more points than Arsenal. No, not more points. They are they have a same points and better position, and they have a one game in hand. So this is Manchester City, who's been struggling this season, and Arsenal is doing their best, the people say, and now they are 4th in the leagues. So Arsenal are not good enough to win the titles, yet they can be, because they need investments, they need signings, right? And another issue is for Arsenal is like a mentality issue. The players doesn't believe anymore. The players don't believe anymore that they can do. When you look at against Liverpool today, the first half versus the second half, you can see completely different Arsenal. The first half, except when they cannot finish the chances, right? They can, like, they play way better than Liverpool. Forget about who play or doesn't play or didn't play, because both teams are losing the player for the Africa and Asian Cups. So forget about it. But the way they play, the way both team plays, Arsenal play really well for the 45 minutes. And the second half, they've lost completely confident. Why? Because they knew they couldn't make it. This is like a last season when they draw against Liverpool at Anfield after winning, and then they start losing the game and drawing the games and they under the season, and they slipped. They've lost the league to Manchester City. So you can see the players' mentality. They knew it since they conceded 1 goals from the set piece by own goal from the QER, which is very unfortunate for him. They've lost belief. They didn't believe themselves anymore because they know it is coming. Like 7 games, they only won 1 games. They knew it is coming. They knew it is coming. Look at their faces. Look at their body languages. They're not believing it anymore. So this is the mentality issue for Arsenal. That's why I think when you look at Liverpool today, without Mo Salah, without Van Dijk, the 2 best players for Liverpool, and they still managed to win against Arsenal at Emirates. Forget about this is not a like a Premier League or something like that. This is their figure. Forget about it, right? This is against Arsenal against Liverpool, which means these are 2 teams who are competing for the title this season, right? There is no easy going between those 2 teams at the moment. So without 2 of their best player for Liverpool still managed to win the game against Arsenal at Emirates without conceding any goals. Is a completely different, right? So that's why I think Arsenal need to win the games. Arsenal have now lost the confidence. They've won 1 games in their last 7 games against Brighton. So I think this is a mentality issue from the players. So Arsenal, I think if they don't sign quality striker in a January transfer window, I doubt they can win the title. It's not like last season. Last season, Liverpool won coronet, so only Arsenal and Manchester City were competing for the title. But now you see Spurs doing very well and only 1 point away from the Arsenal. And then you see now Aston Villa has been brilliant so far this season. Liverpool, you don't even need to mention about it. They are now top of the leagues. And Manchester City are back. KDB is back. So I doubt this is the Arsenal season to win the title. It will be very, achievable for them if they will finish the fourth this season. That is what their, hope is at the moment, because there are more teams who are competing for the title this season, right? Because Liverpool is back, right? So, what do you think about Arsenal today? What do you think about Arsenal? The last performances, only 1 win from the last 7 games in all competition for Arsenal is a significant pressure for them. So what do you think about the games? Make sure in the comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.